Solasta 2 is a party-based RPG that closely follows Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rules. The information we currently have is still relatively sparse, but I was still able to find some really cool stuff that especially fans of Divinity 2 and Baldur's Gate 3 will enjoy a lot.
Won't that be terribly fun?
In this game you create a group of 4 characters and you will control all of them. The game is turn-based, so in combat each character takes their turn, moving on a 3D grid and use their abilities, spells and weapons, just like you would in a D&D tabletop game. The game rolls virtual dice for everything: attacks, skill checks, saving throws, and so on. And the combat plays of course out from a tactical perspective, where positioning really matters. You can use hate advantages, push enemies off ledges, and if certain conditions are met, even fly around. Because of that, thinking about stuff like spell ranges, areas of effect, and making sure your squishy wizard isn't standing in the wrong place are all gonna be important. Now outside of combat, we will be exploring this new continent called Neokos, and this time they are making it more open world style. The game is supposed to focus a lot on dungeon exploration too, so I guess we can expect plenty of trapped corridors, secret doors, and places where your character's skills and abilities come into play. And for the story part, instead of having one main character do all the talking, conversations involve your whole party. In terms of voice acting, there is one thing that we do know, and this actually got me excited the most. Emilia Tyler is voicing the main villain. Now if that name doesn't ring a bell, she is the voice actress Powerhouse that narrated the entirety of Baldur's Gate 3, and also an amazing character in Divinity 2, which was Melody.
I'm happy. Oh, how unbecoming.
Each character you create is gonna have a personality type that determines how they will interact in dialogues. The game is set 15 years after the first one, but you don't need to have played it since it's on a completely new continent with a new story. Now for the other stuff that's new in the sequel, they have switched to Unreal Engine for better graphics, added multiclassing that lets you combine different character classes. They have made the overworld more explorable rather than just following set paths, and they're making their personality system more detailed, even if there are fewer options. They are aiming for a level 10 cap at launch, improving the voice acting, and working on better enemy AI. The game is heading to early access in 2025, with a demo coming even sooner. While they want to include all 12 D&D classes, they might start with fewer at launch, like they did with the first game. And that's the essence of what Solasta 2 is, based on the few infos we currently have. And that sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.